Good morning, everybody. How are you? It's so nice to see you. Council President's with us. Councilmember Gray is with us. Councilmember Cantrell is with us. And I know that we're going to be joined by other council members. But let me start off by saying Happy Mardi Gras. How about it? What a beautiful day. Thank you all so much for being here, Sonny. Thank you for being the chairman of our Mayor's Mardi Gras Advisory Committee. I want to thank Barry Kern and Mardi Gras World for having us in this wonderful, beautiful, and very warm building this morning. Scott Hutchison, who's a senior advisor to the mayor for cultural economy, to Steve Perry and Mark Romig, and of course to the wonderful members of both Zulu and Rex. Thank you all so much for being here. Let's give you all a big round of applause. Christy and Naaman, thank you so much. Besides the fact that the Saints put a whooping on Philadelphia, I'm collecting my Philly cheesesteaks from the mayor this week, right? And the fact that we're going to Seattle, beautiful things, and we're going to have great victory there. This is the best way to start the week off, to talk about the start of Carnival season. For those of us that have grown up in it, Terrence, it's nice to see you. A century-old tradition that can't be replicated anywhere else in the world. The first record of Mardi Gras was celebrated in Louisiana. Y'all ready? 1699. That's a lot of parades, y'all, between then and now. People across the world journey to New Orleans to see what we call the greatest free show on earth. And so I want to thank all of you for continuing the tradition and making it rich every day. New Orleans, as you know, is the best at big events. Nobody in the world does big events better than we do. In 2013, for the first half, over 5 million visitors came to this city last year. Super Bowl last year coincided with Mardi Gras. And Chief, nobody else in the world can do Super Bowl and Mardi Gras at the same time. That just doesn't happen, and it's worth thinking about. Thank all of you and all the first responders and the public employees. Right after that, we had the largest Essence Festival ever. 540,000 people came last year to Essence. The NCAA Women's Final Four, Jazz Fest, and the French Quarter Festival. I mean, we had a run last year that we're going to beat this year, but it was the best we ever had. In 2014, New Orleans continues to host unprecedented number of events. In February, once again, we're going to have the NBA All-Star Game. In April, WWE WrestleMania and the French Quarter Festival. In April and May, we're going to have the Jazz Festival again. And of course, this year, Prince is going to headline the 20th anniversary of the Essence Festival. You hear that? Getting a lot of requests on that already. Also, in the last year, we received high marks for culture, for our atmosphere and our restaurants. National Geographic Traveler said New Orleans is one of the best 20th places to travel in the world. Condé Nast Traveler noted that 2013 we were the top 10 U.S. cities in Reader's Choice Awards. And in 2013, to Mark and Steve and the entire cultural economy and tourism folks, we won the World Tourism Award. I didn't say the Southern Tourism Award. I didn't say the National Tourism Award. I said the World Tourism Award for excellence in sports tourism. So congratulations to you guys. We want to continue the work that we've done, and I want, as part of our New Orleans tradition around Mardi Gras, to thank everybody involved that is behind the scenes. Thousands of public employees, thousands of first responders, police officers, firefighters, EMS, Public Works. Everybody really does a lot of work, and of course to all of the crews and all of the members of the crews and all of the families that make the crews this special event. I want to thank you, and particularly I want to thank the crew captains, because it takes a huge amount of coordination. And you, the crew captains, are the ones that are the leaders and that are links to actually make this one of the safest events. And of course, all of you get to know very well, and you continue to work with NOPD, NOFD, EMS, sanitations, park and parkways, DPW, property management, and also a thank you to all of the hospitality stakeholders, the NOM, NOTMC, CVB, Hotel Lodging Association, the Restaurant Association, and of course to all of our public safety partners. I see the sheriff just showed up. The Sheriff's Department is a huge ally in the work that we do, so thank you for that as well. And I should just say, when we're one team, we're one fight, we're one voice, we're one city. When we come together, we get things done, and this year is going to be better than ever. So God bless all of you. Thank you so much for all of the work that you all have done, and let's start the beginning of what I know is going to turn out to be the best carnival season ever. God bless you all, and thank you.
All right, in addition to other state representatives and city representatives that are here, we also have State Representative Wesley Bishop. All right, at this time I would like to recognize all of the parading carnival crews that are participating in this event today. And we have an additional 21, besides Rex and Zulu, we have 21 parading Mardi Gras organizations that are now participating in this event, which I think is a great, great idea, and it's really wonderful. We have Allah, Ancient Druids, Babylon, Bacchus, Chaos, Choctaw, Tata, Endymion, Ferret, Hermes, Iris, Morpheus, Muses, Nyx, Orpheus, Proteus, Sparta, Thoth, and Tux. May I also call to your attention that around the room you'll see these tables with displays on it that the crews have set up. Please view these. They're really great displays that these carnival crews have gone to the effort to do for us today. As chairman of the Mayor's Mardi Gras Advisory Council, it is my pleasure to coordinate with all crews and to advise the Mayor's office on carnival-related matters to ensure that the great traditions of Carnival continue. Carnival is an important season for all of us in New Orleans, not only for its economic impact on our city and region, but perhaps more important, our culture, our heritage. Our crews are supportive in a number of civic endeavors. One example is the Carnival Cruise Civic Foundation, which along with the Rex organization sponsors an economic impact study of the carnival season. And for the second year, the Mayor's Mardi Gras Advisory Council, through an organization called Crews for Cops, raised funds to help our police department purchase a firearms training simulator. This simulator provides the Police Training Academy a place for NOPD officers to practice using their weapons. I'm very happy to report that we raised this year approximately $25,000. And over the last 2 years, the amount has come up to over $50,000 that all of the parading carnival crews have raised for the police department. And I think they deserve a hand for that. Also this year, we've been very active, along with the Mayor's office and our City Council, in reviewing and making recommendations for improving the regulations that govern the carnival season in order to make the celebration safer for all. On behalf of the Mayor, let me thank all of you for what you are doing for our city, for all of the joy and love of putting on the greatest free show on earth. It is my pleasure now to introduce and welcome Rex official, Mr. Christy Brown.
Thank you, Sonny. It is a pleasure to join the Mayor, the First Lady, members of the City Council, and other elected officials here today, our good friends from Zulu, Naaman, and also the captains and members of other crews, and also my fellow Rex crew members. I want to start my brief remarks by thanking our Mayor for his consistent leadership, especially as it relates to the safety and vibrant Mardi Gras celebrations that we have each year. Your support of the men and women who wear the badge are appreciated by all of us who participate in Mardi Gras. We are common in our desire to ensure a celebration that is safe, exciting, and full of wonder. This is our organization's commitment to you and our city. Our founders were community leaders who banded together in 1872. They had a public purpose for New Orleans through its recovery through Reconstruction. They wanted to lift the spirits of its citizens. It also wanted to stimulate tourism and create an organized celebration and parade on Mardi Gras Day. A king of carnival was chosen to rule over the city, and he issued his first edict inviting citizens and tourists alike to participate with Rex in the celebration. The 2014 parade marks the 133rd year in our organization's 133rd parade in our organization's 142-year history. Through the years, Rex has introduced innovations such as the colors of Mardi Gras, green, gold, and purple, animation, throws, including the doubloon, the Mardi Gras poster, or proclamation as we refer to it, and Lundi Gras, to name a few. Each year, Rex redecorates all of its floats except the 7 iconic ones to reflect a theme inspired by mythology, art, literature, and history. Our 2014 theme is Gods of All Ages, portraying in beautiful designs deities worshipped by ancient cultures and distant civilizations. I think you'll find this year's parade to be one of the beautiful, it's certainly one of my favorite ever. As I stated earlier, Rex's intention was not only to put a parade onto the streets of the city of New Orleans, but also to help its beloved city recover from the effects of the Civil War. The motto they selected was Pro Bono Publico, for the good of the public. Rex members returning to New Orleans after Katrina floods saw similar needs and great opportunities. The Pro Bono Publico Foundation was created to raise funds, mostly from members, and to make grants to support the city's rebuilding efforts. The foundation will shortly award $750,000 in new grants, bringing the total grants given to our community to more than $2.5 million since Katrina. These grants have been focused almost exclusively on the rebuilding of our public school system. Our founders would be proud to see how Mardi Gras has grown and evolved. Since that first edict, Carnival has millions of happy visitors, as the mayor told us, who's accepted Rex's invitation and traveled to our carnival and provided immeasurable economic impact, including jobs and visitor spending. For the 2014 Mardi Gras season, Rex, the King of Carnival, has asked that I once again extend his royal invitation, inviting all to gather in New Orleans to join in the great carnival celebration. The edict in part says, Rex, King of Carnival, sends greetings and announces with great pleasure his intention to visit his capital city of New Orleans. His Majesty invites all his subjects to gather from far and near to join the many celebrations and processions which shortly will unfold under the joyful Carnival banner. He promises that the festivities and pageants arranged for this celebration will surpass in joyousness and exceed in beauty the most brilliant attainments of the glorious past, culminating in his grand procession on Tuesday, March 4th, 2014, to celebrate the great festival of Mardi Gras. And it goes on with further orders, but Mr. Mayor, I'd like you to have that, please.
Thank you.
And also, if you would please give that small gift to the First Lady, we would appreciate it. And finally, Naaman, for you, thank you for all you do in coordinating with us on Mardi Gras Day to make it a glorious day. Rex introduced the proclamation 142 years ago. In its modern iteration, we have featured some of New Orleans' most established artists. This year is no exception. We are very proud to introduce Layla Mescoob as the 2014 Rex artist. Layla is a graduate of Columbia University and lives and works in New Orleans. I'm sure you will agree with me after seeing her proclamation, over which she directed every aspect, that it is one of the most beautiful ever. I ask if we can get a few people to help us in the unveiling. Mr. Mayor, if you and the First Lady would assist. Also, I'd like to invite Rex 2013 Bill Hines. I saw him a little earlier. And then finally, if we could have the artist herself, Layla. There she is. And Layla, maybe if you could come up here just for a second and as it's unveiled, give us a few of your thoughts in it. Go ahead, please.
So so honored to be a part of the Rex canon going forward. This year's proclamation was inspired by the royal history surrounding Rex, so my idea was to recreate the royal crest, and given Rex's love of nature, I've incorporated monarch butterflies. So this piece is the crest with monarch butterflies and the royal crown in the center. So hope you guys enjoy it.
It's beautiful. Thank you for the opportunity for us to help proclaim Carnival, and I wish you all a happy Mardi Gras. Thank you.
Okay, let us welcome the president of the Zulu organization, Mr. Naaman Stewart.
Good morning. I never thought that I would miss Gallia Hall so much. But if the Saints can go to Philly and win, and next week go to Seattle and win in the cold, I figure we can hang a few minutes this morning and make this a memorable experience. I brought a few of my friends with me, as you can tell by our attire. We have a few of the Zulu characters for 2014 here with us today, and I certainly want to take the time to acknowledge them. First and foremost is our King Zulu 2014, Mr. Garen Mims. Stand up, Garen. Next is our big shot, Mr. Craig Perkins. Stand up, Craig. Derek Rabb, our witch doctor. Chef Lawrence Wesley, our Zulu mayor. Mr. Eric LaRose, Zulu governor. Melvin Labatt, province prince. Kevin McKnight, Mr. Big Stuff, I don't think he made it, and TJ Eldor, our ambassador. I want to acknowledge our chairman of Carnival Activities, Mr. P. Sanchez, who's really responsible for a lot of what you see as far as Zulu is concerned. He works very hard to make our organization shine on a regular basis. Also, our poster this year was done by none other than the great Terrence Osborne. Over the past couple of years, we formed a great working relationship, and I just can't tell you how happy I am as the president of the Zulu Club to have Terrence do our poster again this year. Our poster is entitled Zulu Footwork, and when you see it, you'll know exactly what it is trying to say. And even though it is a visual piece, there's certainly some abstract elements to it that I think each and every one of you will enjoy. I have some gifts here, and I want to present a gift to Mr. Mayor. Thank you for all that you do for the city. Look forward to working with you this Mardi Gras. God bless you as well. And also my good friend Christy from Rex. The poster is going to be unveiled shortly, and as we're unveiling the poster, I'm going to ask Terrence to come up and just basically give you an explanation of his vision and what he saw and how he got to this particular place. But I'm going to ask Mr. Mayor and his lovely wife, as well as King Zulu 2014, to please come up and help to unveil the poster. But before we do, I just want to remind everyone that our parade theme this year is Zulu Salutes Nelson Mandela. So you'll see elements of Nelson Mandela and South Africa in our parade this year. And our coronation ball is going to be Friday, February the 28th, and it's going to feature none other than the Grammy Award winning Miss Patti LaBelle. So without further ado, I'm going to have Terrence come up and talk about the poster as we prepare to unveil the 2014 Zulu poster, Zulu Footwork. Thank you, my man.
Thank you, Naaman. rather than talk a whole lot, I always like to unveil it because it speaks for itself. So if you would. Thank you. Now, I don't always know what is going to be a successful piece or what's going to sell. I just know what I like, and it just so happens that most people agree with me, so I tend to have a lot of bestsellers. So, hopefully, I beat last year's poster. Last year's poster was the best-selling Zulu poster, and so I'm basically going to beat myself. That's the plan, at least. But I really enjoy working on this one, and Naaman and the Zulu committee always gives me free reign to do whatever I want to do. And so I basically did what I wanted to do. When Naaman saw the sketch, he said, and I quote, "That's not funky, that's funky." So I love it. Thanks for the opportunity.
And also, Mr. Mayor, we have the special edition, city edition poster that we're going to have signed for you today and given to you as well as a gift from Zulu. Christy, you as well. We have a city edition poster for you too. Thank you. Hail Zulu.
All right, folks, as we close, I just want to make sure we recognize all the elected officials that are with us today. I know Cynthia Hedge-Morrell is with us. Our Council President Jackie Clarkson. Councilmember Gray is with us. I know State Representative Wesley Bishop is here, and Jared Brosette, along with Helena Moreno. Are there any other elected officials that I might have missed? Sheriff Guzman, recognized you early. It's great to see you, and thank you for being here. So finally, let me just say this. Remember that it's really important that Mardi Gras be the safest and the best free show on earth. And I want to just take a minute to thank again all of our the public employees and all of our emergency responders, our police, our firefighters, our EMS, the folks that clean up after the parades do an unbelievable job, and the level of coordination that is required. So thank all of you. And then, of course, when you think about the economic impact of tourism and the cultural economy, $5 billion, 80,000 jobs, about the business of Carnival. So it's not just a cultural tradition. It is a way, in fact, that we build generational wealth and create great jobs. And, of course, when you add on top of that the unbelievable contribution that comes from the crews and all of the work that they do, and, of course, the heavy lifting of the captains, it's going to be the best Mardi Gras season ever. So God bless all of you. Thank you. Happy Carnival season, and we'll see y'all at the Super Bowl. We're going to cut the king cake.